I don't know. I think he sort of just left me alone, and I'd probably say, yeah, you know what? Time for it now. Let's see how tough this guy really is. You know. In Thailand, the heat is crazy, and the humidity's. So you're sweating non-stop, liters and liters. So for me, it was like 1 hour non-stop work on the bag, followed by combinations and stuff like that. More of a mental thing. It was like a marathon. Your legs start cramping up, your shoulders, and he wasn't letting you breathe. So I think that was the toughest. You know, I came out of it, my cheeks were drawn out, and yeah, I definitely felt it.
You think you got some satisfaction beating
For
up
me,
on
it
his
was
son
an
a little bit?
accomplishment. I was like, I did it. You know, this guy didn't break me, so it was good. You know what? Sometimes a flame needs to be. A candle needs a flame, a fire needs a flame, and I think that was the little ignition between both of us, and a little flame can cause a big fire, and that was the little flame that just got ignited. There's not many people in this, I guess, at the very, very top of the sport, especially coming from Australia to America, that I could really lean on and rely on and talk to, you know, coming off a loss. It was like, all right, no one's in this position besides myself. The only one that's felt it was my dad, so it was like a little reunion, little talk, and just to talk over it and like think about how serious this all really is, you know.
Do you ever exchange glances with each other as family and think, damn, we never imagined being here in this place at this time now as father and son and as fighters?
Yeah, it's pretty crazy to even think that, you know, like there isn't many father and son duos that have accomplished big things. So for me to do that and to keep pushing it and to be remembered as probably one of the greatest boxing families ever lived, that's my ultimate goal.
Because it's not just you, it's your brothers as well.
Brother, you know, and he's an animal as well. You know, he's coming for the fight, and it's the first time he's coming since my professional debut, and 8 years in the making. So it would be good to see him. It would be good to have him there. You know, like there's not many people that have walked my shoes, and he's the example.
So in 8 years, he has not seen you in the flesh, in the ring. What kept him away all that time?
Good question. When you see him, you gotta ask him.
It's old school Soviet parenting technique.
Could be, yeah, could be. I don't know. I just kept it alone. I'm like, hey, you want to come?
He won't be in the corner with you, or he'll just be spectator.
He'll be. I don't know.
He won't be a cut man. Or...
Nah.
Nobody
I'm not gonna rely on my dad for cut
You
man.
know, I don't think anybody wants that job right now. Speaking of that, the scar looks good. Looks very good. Let's
Vengeance,
see it.
vengeance,
Let's
beat the
see it.
vengeance.
That was such, you know, an unusual situation. What, if anything, good came out of that? What was it?
A memory that's gonna be lived on for years and years. You know, that's what it's all about. At the end of the day, who cares? You lost, whatever. You put on a show. You showed respect to how it is, and you showed your true self. I realized I was ready to die, no matter what. And when you're ready to die, you're a hard man to beat. It's a bit strange, you know, because you watch these styles, you're taught your whole life, and you finally get to face it. You know, you don't know what to expect. I guess you know what to expect because you've been taught your whole life, but you actually don't know what to expect because there's not many styles that you can sort of, that Russian style, Soviet style. You don't really see it as much in Australia and in America, you know. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Well, one thing about you and your dad's style, you guys do the pull counter a lot, and he did it, like now it's popular, but he was doing it in the 90s and stuff. And where does that come from? Because that's not really the Soviet style. Soviet style is more the feint with the lead hands, and
like a bivel.
Right, or Usyk or those guys. Yeah. So where does that pull, that Tszyu pull come from?
I think probably a bit of swagger in his head. that's
You gotta have swag to do it.
Yeah. You know, you gotta have the eye and the confidence to be able to, you know, see a certain shot coming and you know, so I don't know, I guess it's yeah, I guess it's in the eye.
Right.
You know what, boxing changes. One thing in 1 month could be a completely different story. Who knows, man, what the future holds. I'm just focusing right now on the present.
Well, he is, you know, rumored, like he has an extension by the WBO to hash out a fight with Crawford. If that fight did happen, who do you think would win that fight?
Leaning towards a bit more to Crawford, but then again, no one can really ever prepare for a style like Fundora. His height, you're punching up. You know, he's taller than Anthony Joshua. Yeah, Joshua's a super heavyweight.
Is that a rematch you definitely want to get before it's all said and done though?
Yeah, for sure. But the good thing is we're young and we got years, not years to wait, but we got plenty of time to make things happen. You know, these other guys are a bit older, so time's running out. In all honesty, I feel like the cut, it was a different cut. Like I've been cut, and I feel like a lot of fighters have been cut, but that was different. That was something that as soon as I felt it, when I put my head down, it was a fountain, and that's not many times you get to feel that. It was again on the top of the head, right next to the vein. So something like that, I think, was impossible to stop at the time. Your heart's beating 180 beats per minute. Every time it beats, it's just popping more blood. Boom, boom, boom. Could it have been stopped for an extra 5 seconds around? Maybe. But
it seemed like even before you came out, you were already.
It was already one. Yeah, I think it was a very hard cut to stop.
There was nothing really more that could have been done.
I don't believe he could have done more.
And just asking about Errol Spence too, because another guy rumored to fight Fundora, but then some people are like, you know, he won't be able to recover from the Crawford fight and all. How do you assess him as a fighter? Do you think he still has something left?
Yeah, man. Like we're fighters at the end of the day. You know, like you can't break us mentally. I feel like if Errol Spence wants to get it on again, he'll be able to. Simple. Who else is there? There's Errol Spence, Fundora, Erickson Lubin. You know, there's plenty of names.
You're naming a lot of PBC guys.
Yeah.
Is there, you know, it was publicized, Turkey Al-Sheikh clapped at you or whatever, but it's you, Gervonta Davis, and Canelo. And Gervonta, he said something interesting. He's like, you know, guys like me and Canelo, we kind of don't have to kiss the ring because we can sell. Gervonta sells here, Canelo sells here, and in Mexico you sell in Australia. Is there truth to that a little bit too? Or?
Yeah, to a certain extent, yeah, there is. We don't have to, again, sell our soul, as they say, for money.
Quite the way to put it.
And fighting in Saudi Arabia, in a way, takes you away from your fans. To develop a base of boxing fans, they need to be there to see it, and they're hooked forever. Yeah, that's going to be a problem.
Yeah, look, I'd love to fight in Saudi Arabia. I think it's an emerging country, first of all. But for me, as a young kid and as a boxing lover, America's where it's at. And I grew up watching big fights, and for me, it was always a dream of mine to be fighting here, to be fighting out of here, and to be experiencing it all. And that for me is number one.
And now you're here, you're in Las Vegas, you're an Australian in Las Vegas. How have you acclimated just from a lifestyle aspect? Yeah. What do you do on your days off? How do you like living here?
Yeah, it's a bit different. It's a bit different. I'm used to the beach, so there's no beaches here, especially in Vegas. But yeah, it's a little bit different. But I'm slowly getting used to it, and Vegas is hot. Yeah, preferably for a little bit of that California weather, actually.
Well, come down to San Diego, we'll take good care of you.